This video is going to be very different from the previous video we carried out. I'm going to use a template that is going to be released soon, MSBIM 2023 professional template. So I'm going to browse it and load it. It's going to be here. And then let's do this. And let me just load it. And then hit new. This is a live project that we're currently working on in our office. So I wanted to share with you the whole process, the approach to this kind of project. So yeah, I think it's worthy sharing with you guys this type of things instead of just doing the routine or the normal ArchiCAD tutorials. So this is going to be very interesting because we're going to look at different options of concept development, especially the form or the shell of the building. So yeah, it's a concourse project that is on an existing pedestrian bridge. So we just want to provide some bit of kiosk and shopping outlets in this bridge. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting, like I said. So let's just wait for it to open. From here I'm going to load the Google map that I've prepared, so to be just that. There we go. Yes. Yeah, the first thing that we need to do is to set up our stories, because it's a different project. It's unlike a residential project. Like I said, it's a concourse or a retail concourse project. So I think the heights of the levels is going to be different from what we are used to, or just a normal residential house. So I'll open the story settings and I would set, I think the ground will be 3 meters is fine. From the ground, let's make it 6 meters. Oh sorry, what am I doing? Yes, 6 meters. I'll leave the foundation level lights, or I can just make the foundation level 1 meter, but it's subject to change once I engage the structural engineer. You would advise in terms of depth, because even the design is going to be a challenging one. It's not going to be a normal foundations we are used to. So then the rest of the stories, they are fine. I think I'm going to have another story above. This is going to be changed. If I have, this will be where the shopping will be located, and then the ground will represent the height of the clearance where the train pass. It's above the railway line. So this is going to be third. I'll just see this, and then for now I'll leave this one as blank and then hit OK. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll start with the first floor level, because that's where we're going to work majority of the time, and then I'm going to drag and drop the Google image, Google Map image. Let's drag and drop this to our ArchiCAD. There we go. Then make sure it's positioned relatively to this area. And then if you see my Google image, it's more like a black and white or grayed out. The reason because I'm going to it will act as a reference, so as a trace reference. So it's going to act as an overlay for all the works that I'm going to do. So it's better because you can able to see your lines, or anything that we're going to put clearly. If it's unlike it's on color to give you a lot of headaches to see some elements that we're going to propose. So I'm going to scale this to reference, because I know the distance for the railway. As you can see, this is the railway pedestrian bridge, the existing. So I know the length of this. I'm going to reference this image with that line, with that reference. So but before you do that, it's better you trace it off and then you use your 2D elements to reference that. So I'll use a polyline, and then I'll go over this. For the time being, I can choose a layer that I can use for my annotation. I think it's going to be annotation this one, and then pick the arc. I think I've picked the wrong one. next one. There we go. And then pick a straight line. It's going to be somewhere here. Yeah. Then that. Perfect. And then I'll change the color of this to be blue so that it can be visible, or black. It won't change because the graphic override is rule overriding that, so I'll just say construction documents so that I can be able to see my lines clearly, like so. Let me modify this, yeah, something like that. Just make sure represent what you want, and then I can offset all edges, but I make a copy, and then this should be okay for now. Let me not do that. So what I want is to select the image and the line and hit on Ctrl K to scale this to reference. The distance that I know is from between the stairs, so it's from here to here is around 84 meters, something like that. So it will scale this image to reference, or to 84,000 meters. So yeah, 84,000 millimeters. Sorry guys. So that's when I can offset the edge for this. Let's make a copy by hitting Control in your keyboard, and then this is 2.5. That's the width of the existing pedestrian bridge, as you can see. So yeah, where you see this is where we are proposing our concourse retail. So yeah, you know, I don't think this is accurate. Let me just delete this line and try to bring this somewhere here. Make sure that, yeah, I think it's close now. It's close, very close, so I can do the same. Get a copy of 2.5. Like I said, that's the width of the bridge. Perfect. Once we're done with this, we have all the reference in place. So what you need to do is to sketch our layout before we can play around with some concepts. So I'm going to use a spline tool. It's important to understand this type of lines on how they work. We have a polyline, or a line tool, which is just a single line, and then we have a polyline tool and a spline tool. This works differently, and you cannot use a spline tool anyway where you want. It has a specific role it will play in your design. Same applies to polyline tool. So each has its own role. So in this case, I'm going to pick it because I'm going to draw a complex, or an organic shape here to sketch the footprint of the building. So the building is going to start somewhere here where the staircase starts. And then I'm going to have something fluid like this, something like that. And the good part of this, you can come back once you've placed it, and you can define the geometry like that. Do this. You can play around. Something like that. So I'm being guided by the footprint of this reference here. So whatever I'm doing here, it has to be equal to the area of this footprint. So just bear in mind, I'll also put this into consideration that even if I'm sketching outside this, it has to capture relatively an equal size in terms of area. So yeah, so I think this is fine. I can make sure it's fluid, it's nice and fluid. This one I can move it somewhere here and then add a point so that I can blend it the way I want. Something like that. Yeah, so I think I would need a midpoint line for the bridge as a reference. So what I would do, I'll pick a line tool, then draw this way, and then pick another. Or let me just select this and offset a copy to the midpoint. Let me do it here. Let's offset a point. Let's define it first, and then that's when we can make a copy to there. So this will act like as a reference line. So let's set the line type to dashed like that. And then what I want is to mirror this to the other side and see something like this. That's what I'm proposing, but like I said, it has to be same or equal to the size of this. By the look of things, I think I can get in relatively equal size, even though I'm here have exceeded and then here I've eaten inside of the shape, but I don't think it's a big problem. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, so from here what I can do is to add another copy of 4 meters both sides. I've set a copy of 4 meters. This will guide me for the where I want to propose the retail kiosks and all the likes. So along this, then here we have a huge empty space for circulation. One people crossing to the other side. By the way, this side is the station, and then the other side is the bus rank. So it's connecting the two important hub in the city. So this side is a shopping complex or the shopping mall. Yeah, so it's a very busy area. So once I'm done with this, I can go to the design tool. Let's try see how we can generate a shape or a form based on this. We have all the guidelines to play around. So what I'll do, I'll start testing by using a shell tool. I've long used this tool, so it's been a while without using it. At least for now, I had something that I can do and use the tool for. Before, for example, project, I find it difficult to play around or throw around the shell elements in your project. But in this project here, I'm glad that I would try to use it. This tool has geometry method to guide you how you want to place or want to define your geometry. We have the first one, which is extruded or extrusion, and then we have the revolve, then the root. The revolve is the one that we're going to start looking at or start testing. So if you click on it, it will give you also construction methods. Here, the first one is the simple method, and then we have this detailed or complex one. So I'm going to start with this one. So you click on it and then you hit press and hold your space bar and then click on the line. Then I can draw the line for, I would use this midpoint or midline for the revolve or the revolving operation, and then I'll leave it at 180 degrees like that. Let's see, that's what we've done, as you can see. So we can appreciate it on 3D. Oh, it went the other way around. So I want this to be 90 degrees instead of this. I don't know why. So let's undo and start again. I think it gave us a chance to go through this again. So like I said, the revolve, and then we're using a detailed construction method. So I'm going to press and hold your space bar, then hover around on top of the line, then click on it. It will want you to define the revolving axis. So it's going to be the center of the bridge. That's the revolving axis. And then you have to define 2 points, the first point and then the second point. So this is going to be I don't know, for it to be on the plus, let me say plus 180. It didn't happen, I don't know why. It's giving me a problem. This has to be inverse or the other way around, a mirrored copy of this. So let's do this. I can draw a section and try to rotate it on a section. So pick this section, put it here, let me rotate it according to this axis. Make sure it's cutting the element on both sides. Right click to open the current section view. That's how it is. What I'm saying, it is a mirror copy. Let's just mirror it like so. I thought I would manage to mirror horizontally in a section view. Apparently it's not happening, so I'll delete this. Like I said, I'm testing, guys. Don't worry, but I know what I want to achieve, and I'll definitely achieve that. So it's a matter of time and seeing the know-how, how I can achieve this. Maybe I can try on this side first, and then do this. Or this, it has to be enclosed. That's another question. So what if I do get rid of this line? What if I pick, let me remove this one and delete that, remove that, delete this one. So I'll pick a polyline and try to get this geometry. Let me delete this line so that I can have a solid shape like this. So let's see how it will work. Let's go back and shell 2, click space bar, then define the x-axis. This is the problem, because I don't know, I should say half of this, which is 90. No, but 90 I don't think it will work. So let's just say 180. And then it didn't happen again. Oh my god. Okay, let's change the strategy. I want to change the strategy. Okay, let me undo first, because either way I'm going to, and this is closed. No, let's do this. Testing something. Root shell. I know, but the structure is fine on this one. This time around I'm going to use 90. Let's see 90 what you do to us. So we have half of that, and then what we can do, we can mirror a copy to the other side. Yeah, initially I wanted to do all this once, but it actually gave me a good idea to separate them. That's a fantastic idea, because I can also now come and play around with the shading or the what you call the ribs on top of this. I think it will work nicely. So what I'll do from here, I'm going to have let's see, let me reduce the number of tabs here just to stay focused. Yeah. So I'm going to have another one ripping around like that, which is going to be a roof plan. So this I will do it on story 2 like that, and I make sure your trace reference is active. So what I want for the roof is to, let's go back here. We would want the profile from this polyline. So I will stretch and have a copy outside by maybe 2 meters. 2 meters, I think it's small. Let's add the meter on top to be 3 meters. And then this, I'm going to stretch it to there. Yeah, and obviously you're going to have the same effect on the other side. I can just mirror a copy so that I can just have a reference line there. It's also important to work in this manner, and then give them a different color so that I know the footprint and the roof. So I'm going to give it a blue color like so. Then I'm going to use a roof tool. Use a flat roof, and then this one, and then draw a line from this area, and then it's going to be the sloping side of the roof. Then let's draw it like so. Yeah. Then from here, what I want is to define this roof along this line. So I'll click on the point and subtract polygon like that. Do the same to this side. Click on the space. The reason I wanted to work on a clean view, it was avoiding this type of incident. So let's just undo. Oh, sorry. And then pick this and the roof, copy. I don't think we need to copy. Let's change it to, or I can cut. Let me just Control X to place it on this view, something like that. Yeah. And then I think I don't need to have, let me just bring this here to avoid problems when I subtract a polygon. So I'm going to do the same, subtract. You see, it was a clean subtraction. So if you check on a 3D, that's the side. That's what we have. So I'm going to drop these two guys down by, let's say 0, or maybe minus 2 meters. Is it fine? I think let's take half this story to minus 3. Yeah. Then go back to the floor plan and mirror a copy for the roof. Something like that. Let's see. Yeah, I think something, I can see something shaping up here. Yeah. All right. Maybe I need to define the roof slope a little bit. Instead of 7, let's have it 10. Just to have, yes, just to have some bit of character on it. What do you think, guys? Okay, now from here we're going to cut to trim off the shell downwards. So I'm going to select it and then right click to bring solid element operation and connect. So by default it will select the selected element as a target. So but there has to be 2. And then I'm going to have these guys also as operator. Then the operation will be subtraction with downward, because we want to get rid of the below material for the shell. So then if we execute, that's what we are going to have. So yeah, I think to get rid of this I would have to stretch the roof right by the center of the bridge, like so, and then do the same to this one. Yeah, something like this. But we still have a bit of element material there. I think it's from this roof. Should be fine now. Perfect. It's nice and clean. Let's get rid of the solid element operation. And then from here we're going to draw or place our footprint. So this is going to act like a dome to bring the daylight or the sunlight to the whole space. So if you go back here, what I'm going to do is now to place the footprint of the wall or the shell. So I'm going to use a curtain wall. A curtain wall tool. This will be the footprint, and this one. So let's go for the curtain wall, and then press and hold spacebar and click on the line to place. Same applies to this side, but this side it's a closed geometry. We cannot use this because it will also affect the side. We just mirror a copy for this one. Let's make sure it's selected. Mirror copy. I think we'll come back and design the type of curtain wall we want. So if you check on the 3D, so this is how it's going to be like. Let's select this and make them a double volume. I don't know why it's under ArchiCAD layer. It has to be under B superstructure, and let's find exterior walls, because these are walls. And then the height for this, it has to be double volume. So I'm going to say 6 meters. There we go. It takes time to. You could have set 1 and then mirror the copy once it's complete. Something like this, but I think we need to move it right to the top there, and let's say 7 meters, and then the rest we'll trim it off. Let's wait. There we go. I think it's nice this way. So this will be the entrance of this retail, and then the other side also will be the access or exit. So from here, what I'll do, I'll get rid of the top part of the curtain. So let's select these guys and right click to bring solid element operation. Automatically it will be picked as an operator. So I'll select the roof, both the roof as an operator, then subtraction with upward extrusion this time around, and hit OK. Execute. There we go. It's nice and clean. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, something like this. I don't know, should I slant this? Let me see if I slant this, how we do. Maybe have let me see, 10 degrees. Nothing happened. So I'd say undo. If it was a wall, I was gonna slant it a bit. I think it will give a bit of a, or should I make a complex material? I think I can try a different let's try a different design instead of this. Let's try a different thing. So what I want is I'll delete one of these here, and then if it was a wall, let's go back here and find a wall tool and set it to story 3. If you open the settings under geometry position, make sure this is 0 so that the total should be 3.7. No, it should be 8. I think it should be on story. Let's not link it. Then make it 7 meters. Then hit OK. Place it on this. Let's select this wall, or do it on a 3D. Make sure this is grouped. Set this to 0, and then what I was trying to achieve is, if you open the settings of the wall and you can make this slant maybe by 10 degrees or something. Or 10 is too much, eh? Let's say 30, maybe 70. I want it to slant outward. Let's say -70 there. Sorry about that. This can crash, this operation can crash. You can make this crash. Oh fuck. Okay, let's go back and set this to maybe 100. Perfect. 100 is better. So yeah, that's how I wanted to have the effect. But the problem with the wall is because you cannot, I would have to place the windows manually all the way, but just for the sake of this effect, I don't mind, I can do that. I can incur the process is fine. So I'm going to bring the solid element operation, or let's just say trim elements to roof. Select the roof and then choose side where you want to remain with the elements. Perfect. I don't know why this material is being left on top here. So that's the problem with trim to roof. So let's say undo. Maybe try to use a solid element operation and see what's going to happen. The operator will be the roof. Subtraction is going to be upward exclusion. Yeah, you see the difference. For the trim to roof elements, it will leave the mark for the wall on the surface of the roof, so we didn't want to see that, so we just have to use this one. I still feel the dome is still big. I can drag it down a bit, maybe by, let me say 5 meters. not bad. Not bad, I think. It's not bad. Let's leave it here. And then I'm going to get rid of the... Gents, if you know how you can slant the curtain wall, I'll be pleased with that, because I'm still thinking about the process of now going through to use a wall to place windows. But this was a shortcut for me to achieve that. But if you have any idea on how to achieve this, let me know, guys, in the comment section. That will be helpful even for others, the rest of the guys. So then for now I'll delete this and mirror copy for the wall. Control M, use the center of the bridge as a reference. Let's trim it off, and the roof will be the operator. I want to do the upward extrusion and heat extrude. Perfect. Yeah. I think on a section, let's bring back our section line, which is this. Let me get rid of this. Let's bring back our section line, which is this. And open it. Yeah. At least there's something. Perfect. I'm impressed with everything so far. Yeah. So now let me go back to the because we're going to have a mezzanine floor for the, it's a double volume kind of, and then we're having a mezzanine floor on top of the kiosk shop. So let me place a slab first on the footprint. Where is the footprint? Let's place a slab here. There we go. Then we can mirror copy that way. So yeah, this will be a double volume. So now to get rid of because this has to be, we have to punch it in a hole for the dome on the roof. So let's use the solid element operation. I think I nearly forgot to do that. Let's connect solid element operation and select the both two domes as an operator. We're going to use which one, downsides or up one? Let's go for the down one, then execute. So what I'm looking for is when you get inside here, you have to see the dome. Yeah, something like this. Something like that. Okay. And then, like I was saying, we need to have the wall. I think this is the, let me say wall. That is the wall for cut a section and see how this wall. This will be just doing the demarcation of the spaces inside. So yeah, and it should be 6 meters height, or 3 meters, sorry. That will be the height of the mezzanine. No, let's say 2.8. That will be the height of our mezzanine. So we're going to have a deck above here, and then we have other spaces on the top. It's a very interesting project, so I can mirror a copy of this to the side. So this space here is for circulation, because it's a transit for both the train station and then the bus station. So yeah, let me say I need to pick the slabs both, and then I'm going to duplicate. Then this one I'm going to assign it the second story. So if you come on a section here, you should see them there, but they had to be right above here. Okay, and then they should be trimmed off around here. So there are two ways. It's either use the doom to trim off that, but that won't be a precise one, because the doom will cut it all the way to here instead of by the wall there. So I'm going to use the wall as a reference. Let's open the second story. This is our slab. This is our slab. Let me use the curve edge. It's not working. I need to define or add a point somewhere here and somewhere there, or I should copy one of the polyline. Let's copy and paste it on this story. Use the original location. Perfect, I'm not able to see it. Let's set the color to something like red. Yeah, or maybe green, so that it can be different from the others. So now our slab points will be from here to there, and then convert this into an arc. This arc is not working, so I have to do it manual like that, and then that. Then from here, let's see. I don't think it's accurate, but we need to find a way of placing this accurately. So let me delete that, and I'm going to take this line, offset a copy to the inside by, because it's a footprint by, even if I can say 5 meters, it's fine. And then they're going to be connected from here to there. So I would need to draw a line from here to there, just to close off this, and you would see how you can manipulate this to achieve. Oh, this is supposed to be there. That's how basically you manipulate shapes. This is not accurate. It should be here exactly. And then we can make a copy here, put it aside, activate your slab, then boom. Now we are sure. Oh, it takes some. Now we are sure this is the accurate slab you would want. So make sure you delete these drafts, because they're gonna mess up. You have to keep your drawing as clean as possible once you're done, because it will mess up with the size of your file, especially this element that has too many points, because it ultimately is going to affect the number of polygons of your file. I made it wrong. I need to offset it to the, I don't know, I was taking it from this wall. I should take it from this wall. That's the biggest mistake I've made. So I have to go all the way again. So let me undo like so. So that means this line has to be all the way to here. I need the footprint line. Where are you? Is this one? Copy. Then paste it here with the original location. Where is it? Somewhere here. Should be somewhere here. Yeah, there we go. Let's give it a green color. Oh, by the way, before I lose up the file, let me just save, because it's very important to do that. I didn't save for a while now. Yeah. So it's going to be a retail, whatever you can spell it, project. Then make sure it's ArchiCAD solo project, and then create a folder for model, then save. Perfect. Yeah, from here we extend these lines to the newly created line to the. Make sure it's accurate. What is this? This line. This we don't need. And then we can now copy. We copy this one. You can tap to select. Oh, sorry about that. We select this and then drag a copy to here. Select tool and place to create a slab in the region. Perfect. Now we can take our slab back to the position. Let's get rid of this. And then that. We can also get rid of this, guys. If you check on your section, at least we are close. At least we are close. Let's see on the 3D. Let me get inside here. So we need to stop by this wall instead of going all the way to there. So I don't know, should I create this a little more like a cap? Create more like a cap above this, guys, or should I leave it the way it is? But if it's a cap, it shouldn't be that huge. So I'm going to offset the edge or trim off a bit. I'll see this line, drag it to there. Maybe let me make it 5.5. Then this guy, I'm going to trim it off there by this line. So move a copy, not a copy actually, but that, and then pick this to subtract. This is the material that I'm going to get rid of, and then back. Let's see. Yeah, it's more like it. It's more like it. So people will be queuing all around here, trying to get some stuff here. And then that will be the entrance and exit for on both sides. Yeah, then let's mirror a copy. Oh, you have to get rid of the slab this side. Do you have a slab here? Yes. And then mirror a copy of this slab. Perfect. Now we have a nice clearance. Okay. So yeah, what we can do again from here, because we have almost everything in place now, almost everything. So I don't know, maybe later on I can increase the size of the kiosk or the size of the stores, but these are just kiosks instead of having a big thing. Okay, what I want to do here is to treat the exit and entrance. So instead of having walls like this way, I might have something like, I don't think this way it will be fine. That will be too tight. Okay, let's just try it and see. This will be tight like this, because the width here is 2.5. Okay, let's see this side as well. Do this, and then place this one here. I don't know why this is not. There is an issue here. Perfect. Yes. Okay, for the time being, I'll just leave it the way it is now. But that's how the movement will be. And then let's see. Yes, because it will be close here. I think this wall can take the same height with this. Same applies to this one. What happened? Yeah, okay. It's fine. It can be that way, I don't mind. Sometimes design is being defined by your mistakes. So as you can see, I didn't intend to have it slanted like this, but I see it gives the design a bit of a character. And then these guys, I can maybe take them back to the slab, take it back, and then do the other side. And move it here. So it didn't move. Why? It has to be accurate. I don't know why it wants to give me. Alright. Yes. So this is now part of the design, but I can't leave it the way it is. For now, let me just trim it off. Same applies to these ones. Right click, bring solid element operation, use the roof as operator, subtract with upward, then execute. Number 1. Okay, let's close off this window, and then we have this. So now we have an entire job to bring in the light, bring in the daylight into this space. So yeah, we're going to have some nice design pattern here for the dome and for the roof. Same applies to all the walls. Then our building will be complete. Our design will be complete. I think here we need to have this trimmed off there. It has to be straight. It has to be straight. Okay, I'm impressed so far. So far so good. Yeah, let's go to the more like a roof plan. I think it's this one. Let's see this one. Sorry, if you switch off the tray reference, let's see. I think let's use, we can use this one. Okay, we can use this one. Okay, one thing that I want us to do is to try sketch the pattern that we're going to use. This is a bit more like challenging because I don't have an idea, but I have something that I'm thinking. So what I'll say, go to documents and use the polyline, and I'll start by drawing the midpoint of the bridge. I don't think it's this the midpoint, something like this, but it says it's here. Let's see from this side. Where is it? Is it here? It's here. Okay, and then from here we need to define this polyline. This will be a gigantic truss that will carry out the dome. So I'm going to say, maybe pick this, tap, or mirror a copy to that side, and then these two, drag the copy to here. Let's close this here. Sometimes it's good to sketch outside the elements, because here you have a lot of room and space to play around. Yeah, then I'll start with the polyline and define this. Now I have this big truss that is around 2.5 width, so it will be a triangulated steel truss. So let's now draw, looking for the center of this. I don't know, should we pick? It's very difficult. But I can draw it from the center. Okay, let me also have the midpoint exactly there, then pick the midpoint of this reference line and go outside here. What I'll try to do is to multiply this by using a path, and we should rotate to the geometry of the path, and then this will be the path. Then do this, and then make sure the distance is 1 meter, and have something like that. You see the difference? Or maybe let's do it 2 meters instead of 1 meter. Make it 2 meters and have something like that. Oh, sorry, I could have grouped these elements, because hey, you can imagine, it's a good practice. So I'll do the same to this one. I'll pick a path and then 2 meters, then group, and then I'll make sure this extend beyond that. Same applies to this one. dx10. More like it. But then we have an issue here. We can still do the same with this one, and let's still pick a path, make it 2 meters, and then there we go. Group. Let's finish it off this side as well. Pick this, pick a path, 2 meters for the distance. Just left with this. Let me do the same. Pick a path, 2 meters. Perfect. Let me group these guys. I think I need one here. I just need one. 2 meters. I think 2 meters cannot achieve it here, but it's fine. It's fine. So let's see how this creates all this design. We can select all these lines. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. And then maybe stretch it to this line. Oh, sorry. It will create a problem this side, but we can leave them extending like this. It's not a big problem. But what you need to do is to trim off from this guy, something like that. Something like this. When you're doing a great design, there's a lot of things, and exercise takes time. It's not just a matter of time, and let's just be patient and trim off this. Perfect. And then I can select these ones, suspend. Oh, all right. How can I delete these ones? Like so. Delete. You can imagine working on top of your project. That would be difficult for you to achieve some of this. So it's always a best practice to, when you do a draft, put it aside and work from there. It will help you and speed up the whole process, unlike working on top of 3D elements. That's always a challenge in ArchiCAD. So yeah, I think this is what I'm looking for. And then let's see if we mirror copy to the other side and see how it will be, before we can waste our time trying to detail this. Yeah, I think it's great. There's a little bit of focus. There's a focal point of which is a great idea. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed already. So what to do now is to make this as morph planes. So go to design and pick morph. Make sure you use the box const geometry method, and then whatever material you can choose is not a problem. And then you're going to do that and skipping the, should we skip? I'm still deciding if it's the right thing to do this way, because I don't think it's the right thing. I don't think it's the right thing. You know why? Because this, if this was creating this was creating the profile for the steelwork instead of glass. So for me to achieve that, let me undo. This I can delete. Oh, these were lines instead of move. It's because these lines are not touching with this. So make sure something like that. And this one are you also not touching? Okay. Obviously, when you're doing this, you would want to put emphasis more onto detail. So we have to have the thickness of the framing of this dome. So I think I'll go one by one. It's going to be tedious job, but there's nothing I can do. And I have a profile of 100. Sorry, make a copy, move a copy of 100. Or the tricky part is let's select all these lines because they are grouped. Let's do this. Move a copy by 100. Let's see. Would it give us what we want? Yeah. Oh, let's move a copy by, instead of 100, let's use 200, 200 or 250. Yeah, 250, I think it's. Let's extend this to here. Let's test this. It's all about testing, guys, when you're doing designs like this. So what I'll do, I'll just pick that, this one, this one. No. I would want to complete this. I'll just do up until I reach the center or the midpoint. Then I go back and test. Okay, let me pick parameters of this. Control A to select all the mobs and move this to the point. Let's check on the 3D. And select this dome, bring in solid element operation. Oh, I could have grouped this. Let's group so that when we they're already selected here. Let me just pick this as an operator, go back to the 3D and use upward with subtraction with upward extrusion, and then let's see. That's basically what we want. Yes, then upon doing this, we need to have a support frame, a bracing frame along this point. It's very, very important. But I hope you get the idea. I already see how this thing to come on. But again, we're gonna have glass in between this element. So what we need to do before we get operation for this, we need to create a copy that will act as a glass material, and then we'll reduce the thickness of it to the size of glass so that it's like that. Yeah, it's going to be a big dome. Perfect. So let's go back, get rid of this. Get rid of this, guys. Now we have an idea on how this would function. So like I was saying, I'm going to make a copy. Sorry, let's make a copy of this line. Let me put it here and trim off like that. bring it back here and move it. We want to create that midpoint. I don't know, even if it can be like this, and then also have a copy of by 200, or maybe this can be twice the thickness of the bracing of the main mullion or steel framing. So I'm gonna make it 100, which is 200. Let's see, I think it's too small. Make it 300, something like that. Something like this. And then when we do our morph, so I'm going to say, and this, by the way, instead of using the subtraction, we can also redefine our shell. So what I'll do, take this. Oh, by the way, I still have a copy the sides, which is fine. We'll take that, but then the problem is it's on top of this. What we can do, let's say this, that. It's going to be messy. Okay, what I'm trying to do is going to be messy, but let me just show you so that you can have an understanding of what I wanted to do. Where is this? I'll pick this by this point and then to there. What I meant is to select the shell tool and right click. You can define or create holes in a shell, and then you press and hold your space bar. Then you can click. Sorry, it didn't work the way I wanted. Let's do it again. Maybe I think it's defined the shell. No, okay, didn't happen. Sorry about that. So yeah, I was trying to be funny. Yeah, let's place our morph instead of just doing that. I'm going to pick the morph, and then we do this, that, this, and those ones. Just like that. I'm going to do it all the way. Let's do it all the way. So yes, okay, and then we can, I think this one we don't need. Let's get rid of this. Yes, let's pick parameters of this. Control A, make sure you group. Let's drag a copy, not a copy, let's just move them to the place and pick this, right click, bring solid element operation, then select the morph. The operation will be upward extrusion and hit execute. Oh, perfect. I don't know, this happened by mistake or what. Okay, this happened by a mistake. It looks great, but I'm having an issue here with the slab. No, the slab is okay. I think it's the black color. I thought it created a hole on the roof, but it's fine. It's just only on the shell for the door. I like this pattern. It was I like this. I don't know, it was by mistake, but it came out nice. I can also make another one. For example, let me say I delete this to add this. It looks interesting. Then I can have another brace, maybe somewhere here. Let me get rid of that. It's crazy. Or instead of deleting these items, instead of deleting them, I could cancel the I should cancel the operation on this instead of deleting. Let me see somewhere here. This one. Let's cancel the operation. Oh yeah. Came out nice. Let's do the same to this area as well. Let's get rid of the operation like so. Perfect. Yes. So for the glass, I don't know how it will look like when I'm rendering this. It might change, but I think it came out nice. Right. Okay, now for the glass material, let's copy this to that side. So I can set this to glass. But before I do anything, before I mess up everything, it's very important, guys, to create a copy of the mesh, sorry, of these guys. Let me just create a copy and put it aside here in case I mess up. So it's always good to have backup. What is this line for? Let's get rid of this. Yeah, then let's see. What I wanted to do is take this guy, turn material to glass, and I will change its thickness to maybe 10, or let's just make it 20 for the sake of 3D, and then hit OK. So what we do is go to the plane view, and this guy we mirror copy to the side. Let's see the results. Now we've added a glass on top of the sitting on top. Should be in the between this. So to achieve that, let's open the section. Oh, let me just get rid of this first. I need to solve this issue here of the slab, but it's not a big problem. So the glass has to be in between the the glass material. I think it's this one, yeah. So it has to drop a bit by the thickness of this is how much? It's 100. It's 171. Let's make it 200. Make it 200. Yeah. And then so that the glass we drop it by 5.1, so that it can be in the middle, yeah. So that it can be in the center of our steel. I don't know, you get what I'm trying to do. Yes. So you see now our glass is, if you zoom in, our glass is right there. It's right there. And then this, we need to change it to steel. Okay, let's say aluminum. Yeah. Yes. And then let's trim off this. I'm going to right click and bring on the solid element operation. let's use the roof. That will be the operator with downward extrusion. There we go. Then what happened to this one? What is this for? Okay, I see. We also need to trim off this guy so that it can be somewhere here. I don't know if we select this edge. Can we move it down? No, we cannot. Can we do what as well? Okay, but what we can do, let's say this will be the target, and then use the steel material as an operator, and then we just say subtraction with downwards. And let's see, should work. Yes, even though it left a little bit of this, I don't know, but we can get rid of that. We can get rid of this if we want, but that's a glass material. Let's say to reduce too many life of operations, especially from the solid element, let's right click and convert this into a morph, then hit OK. Can be only elements having 3D representation can be converted, hit OK. I think it's refusing to trim off this. Okay, if it refuses, I can also use a slab, a floor slab. It can be an operator as well. Let's see this. You are the operator, and then that. You are the target, you are the rubbish. Let's do it. Perfect, nice and clean. Let me hit save. Okay, so now we have another challenge for the, what you call this, for the wall. We're trying to avoid using, what you call this, a curtain wall, but it created a whole lot of work for us to do, because we cannot play around with what you call, with the curtain wall. Sorry about that. I'm also thinking at the same time talking, so it's very difficult. So what I want to do, let's drop the morphs down a bit to the level of the floor, and then this won't change anything at the top there, and then maybe move it up by 300. That will be the thickness of the steel material. 300. Yes, we're also going to use this to create holes in our walls. So if we select, right click to bring the solid element, this should be operator. The target will be the wall, and then the operation will be the upward extrusion, and hit execute. So this what this will create. Yes. Perfect. So now I need what again? I need a glass to fill in the space. So yeah, I think it's perfect. Yes. Let's say bring in glass or some panels. It will depend on what you want. You can have different panels in terms of color, but for the time being, let's just go for glass. So So that means we need to go to the first floor and make this a copy. Let's make this a copy, and I'm going to use the reference line to be the center, so that when I change the thickness of this to maybe 20, it will centralize this to the wall. What happened? I think that's what I wanted. Yes, and then turn this to glass. And then let's get rid of the top of this. So it's going to be the target, the roof will be the operator, and then with the upward extrusion, let's see. Perfect. We can have more of these, maybe by selecting this one. Okay, let's suspend groups. I'll cancel the operation for the wall. Which one is for the wall? Yes, it's this one. To do that, let's do one here. Let's cancel this. Yes. So let's see the inside here. Yeah. So there will be the staircase. I think we're gonna place staircase both ends here for both sides, which is fine. Yes, I think this one we may have another row, another middle here. I'm talking about the bracing because it's too wide, it's too long, so we can have bracing. We can also use the manipulate the roof. If you drag a copy of the roof to the side, let's see what to give us. To give us something like that, and then maybe from the inside, let's see how we can manipulate this. Let's see, we click it from this point, then let's offset the edge maybe to, let me check, just to wrap around like so. Do another one, move back by 300. Something like that. I don't know, does it makes this to look great or let me know in the comment section. So then I'll turn the material to aluminum. I'll open its settings and I'm going to switch off override, something like that. Now the challenge that I'm having here is to trim off the inside. That's the problem that I'm getting. Should I use a slab? Sorry, this slab. That's a crazy idea. So Let me save. So I can also try to manipulate it on a floor plan, on the plan view. So maybe let's see where we can see it. Is it the story? I'm looking for it, I cannot find it. The roof. Oh, let me select that. I need Control A. I think it is Control A. Okay, they are on this side, so that means it's the one, if I'm not mistaken. So what I'll do is try to see. It should be a polyline that I can use. There's no line that I can use. Let me see this line. Maybe it can help if I bring it to the inside like this. Let's see. And then this one, I'll stretch it to that way, so that when I select this roof, I can pick it and subtract the polygon. I can use this by press and hold this space bar to trim off, to remain with this. So that's basically how you can manipulate this element. You see, now it's trimmed off from the inside. Perfect. That's basically how you can play around with this. And if I still feel like it still needs to be, I think it needs to trim this bit, move it back a bit. I can pick this edge, move 400. Let's see. Oh, sorry, it should be from the outside. Is it 300? And let's see. Almost. I think it's almost. Not bad. Even though here it's a little bit, I can increase it by 100. Yeah, I think it's not better. Let me just leave it here. Let me leave it here, and then here I will treat it differently, because maybe stretch it to here. What happened to you with the glass? So this one needs to go. It needs to go. And how can I solve this? I don't know what happened here. Maybe by reducing. Okay, let me do this. Where is the glass material? That's the one. Maybe by bringing this to here, it will solve that. Perfect. Yes, that's basically how I want it. So once I'm done with this side, I can mirror copy to the other side. So with everything, so I can, before I get excited about that, let me just make sure everything is fine. Let me make sure everything is fine. I think on the section, let's see on the section. So I have a problem with this slab, so it has to go all the way to here. I need to resolve that. How can I resolve this? Should I leave it here or no? It has to go all the way, but there will be contradiction of elements here because this is made up of a slab. It doesn't follow the profile, so I might leave it this way and then put a screening inside to prevent too much of a light. Maybe a dwarf wall, and build a dwarf wall around here. I think that would be the easiest way of doing that, because there will be, like I'm saying, contradiction of this. So I'll build a dwarf wall that will be almost the size of this. It can also slant to accommodate that. Not a problem, that one. Let me delete this, I don't know what it is. So yeah, let me mirror copy to the other side and see the overall. So I think I'll get rid of everything from this side, because I've made too much of solid element operation using different elements, so I would have to get rid of all this so that I can just make a copy once. I mean, make a mirror of a copy for everything from the side. Let's see. I think even this guy has to go. These two guys, they have to go. And that's basically it from the inside. So like I was saying, we have a staircase here. We can have a staircase here for people to access this platform. And I can also have a different design for the other half. What do you think? I can have a different setup there. I'm thinking of it now. If I had to make something different, what would it be? Because that would be another alternative of the design. Instead of having this, you have something half the height of that, or maybe that, and then something exciting from the top. Okay, I'll think about it. Let me just mirror a copy for everything now, for the time being. So what I would do is just pick MIQ. Let me pick MIQ and do that. And then let's say mirror and see. Then continue. Let's wait for the magic. There we go. That's the magic. The other side I'll group all the elements just for the control. And then let's see in 3D. What do you think guys about this? Now what's remaining is to be the it will be the support now for this, because it's suspended. Remember, this is above the railway line, so I might have columns that will define this as well. So that will be the next chapter for this. Let me go have a drink, a break, and then we'll come back. Okay, what we're going to do, let me check on the 3D. Off the screen I've sketched on how I want this to be supported. So I'm going to have some giant columns here with the suspension wire cables holding the dome down in one side. In the other side is going to be just the normal columns underneath, just to support. These columns, I want them to be part of the aesthetics of this structure. So let me just show you something. Okay, I sketched kind of this, but this is not how I want this to be. So what I would do, let me use a polyline. Then I'm going to sketch something like that. Okay, it has to have something above here, something on the top there, something, I don't know, and then should be wider at the bottom, and then as it goes up it becomes thin. Let me move this by 300. Yeah, something like that. And then here also it's going to have a base. So let me draw a base, a thick base, maybe by 3 meters by, let's say, 7 meters. And then it should be maybe above like 2 meters, something like that. This will be the ground level, this line. It will be the ground level. I think later we can raise again the height of this a bit, but it will depend. But for the now, let's just leave it here. And then this will be like so. So I want this column to be aesthetically done. I'll say this has to go up a bit by maybe 1.5. Then that, and yeah, something like that. And then here. I'm still not sure with this part, but what we can do, something like that. Something like this would work. What do you think? I think it's great. Then here I'm going to just have a normal steel column. Maybe there will be something like that. this on this side. It will give a little bit of enhancement to this design. So to craft this, we can bend this a bit aesthetically, something like this. Here, bend it a bit that way. How about that? Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. And then here, make it for the bend. Okay, yeah, I think now it's almost close to what I want. And then, sorry about the dog. I have a dog this side, likes to bark. Good. So this side will move it by 8. And move it 8. And then also this would form something like that. Yeah, to form something like this. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to take a morph tool and make a geometry out of this, and then geometry out of that, and the base of a column. So if you check on a 3D, this will be the... So before I make an extrusion, let me just set the material to... This will be what? Let's make it steel, structural steel. And then I'm going to extrude this by, say, 2 meters. Yes. Let me get rid of this dark color because it doesn't do justice. I'll overwrite the surface. Let's see. Perfect. And then what we need to do is to play around and fillet the edges of that. I would use 100. Now, nope. Let me go for... I don't want to round edges, I want to chamfer. So I'll use 500. There we go. Okay. So I'm struggling to maneuver around with the model. I think the most important thing is to do is to isolate these, because it will be heavy for the machine. So this I'll pick as well and chamfer this by 500. Exactly, that's what I have. Also this is going to be chamfered 500. Chamfer this by 500 as well. And then I could have then get this one. I was thinking I have a little bit of design this way, like here. Let me move it by 700, and then I do the same this side, move by 700. I'm going to have this funny lines, but at the back, let's see. So it's not... Didn't happen again. Perfect. Let's do this side. Yeah. And let's see if this would happen on this edge. No, it won't. Okay. That's the consequences you get from working on a move like this. But it's fine, I think. Oh, this side it happened. What the hell? Now I'm having an issue with this one. Wow. What can I do to solve this problem? Yeah. Let's see. Because if I move this point to there, it's going to be a problem on this side. But it was a good idea. Oh, they are different. This side is on this side. But anyway, let me undo. Okay, that couldn't happen. We will stick with the straight base. No problem with that. Let's do the same to this. There's a course that I made. Oh, sorry, this one. There's a course that I made. It's on YouTube. I'll put the link on the description that you can. The course about making this type of geometries using move. It's an in-depth course. I was using the bridge from Calatrava. I don't know if you remember the bridge. It has the similar type of columns. So you can go check it out if you want to learn a bit of move tool. And then at the top, let's see what we can do. This one I'll try to fillet all the edges by let's and then see something like that. And then maybe let's see this edge is I thought to do something, but it's fine. For now, let's leave it the way it is, like so, and then select these three gentlemen and group. If we go back to I think let's make it the visibility for all stories. Yes, so that if we check on our on the plan view, let's say group, and we're going to move it straight here. It's going to be piercing through the building like that. Let's see. And then let me mark you this area, show on 3D. Let's see. The position is not the correct one. Sorry. Let's say move it there. Yeah, something like this. But I'm going to have two of these. I'll right copy to the other side. Yes. Continue. Check on the 3D. Looks great. Looks great. Let's do the column now for here. This also is going to be a designer column. So what I'll do, let's say the elevation. Get rid of this. Yes. Here. Let me do something like this. Instead of having this starting all the way like that, you can also have a base like this one. Let me group this just to make this one as a reference. You can also have a base like that. Let me move it by the center. Okay, so this move like that, then mirror this, and I copy that way. Could have offsetted this edge before I mirror. Something like that. Let's see its place now. If it doesn't work, I'll change. Don't mind. So let's make this also a steel. It's also structural steel. Check on a 3D. Offset by 2 meters. I think this computer now is struggling because there are a lot of MOVs in this project, so I had to be very clever about this, otherwise I won't finish the project. Get rid of that, and then this I'll move it to the midpoint here. And this has to be on the center, like so. Yes. And then let's isolate these two, so that we can work smart. And then fillet this by maybe 300 for these ones, and this side. Same applied the last one. Okay, let's mirror and copy. Where is the other one? Right. Oh, there's plenty of stuff. Let me get rid of this. I don't know where I'm here. I'm supposed to be this. Yes. That was a side plane content. Then I copy, show all in 3D. Then I'll group this, then go to the plane. What I'll do, suspend the group and mirror copy to the other side. It looks thin, but the structural engineer might suggest we increase the size of these columns. So yeah, I'm also skeptical there. I think it's too small. They're too small. I'll get rid of this. Let's redo them again. I'm going to increase the size. Let's say 500. Let me see. Move this to here. Then have the same feature the side. And then let's see how if we mirror what we'll gain. I think it's not bad this way. It's not bad at all. So I'm gonna pick this, then apply it there. I don't know why. Check in 3D, select, set the material to steel. Then I'm going to have about a meter or maybe 2 meters. Yes. Then let's see on the ground. I'll move this to the point. Yeah. Okay, no, we'll move. Oh, sorry, on the elevation. Let's position it nicely. I think it should be starting from there. Or something like that. Let's see. Select the two F5 to isolate. Yeah. And fillet the edges. Do 500. Same applies to this edge. And at the back. Even this one. Yeah, let's go to the ground and mirror copy some here to there. Let's see on 3D. Let's say show all in 3D. Okay, I could have mirrored with the center of the column, of the base column. Let's go back. Let me see, where is the center? I think it's this one. Yes, please. Yes, please. So this will be, it will be doubled. Let me group first, then go to the plane view and mirror copy. Make sure the suspend group is active and Control Shift M to mirror copy that way. Let's see. Not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. It looks like a creature. Some sort of a creature, or squirrel or something. Yeah. And then now let's do the cable ties, the tension cables. This is a very interesting exercise, but we need to determine first where we are placing them. I would pick points, draw points first, and let me just do some blocks on top of this. So I would go to the elevation. It looks massive. Drag this away from now to the drawing. Okay. I would start with the top or the apex of the building. That's where the first cable or wire cable will start. But to achieve that, let's place some or design some anchors where this thing is going to be hauled. I would have some anchor bolts here, then do that. There's something that I've created, like I said, on the course. I'm going to open it and then reuse some of the material. So I'll show you also how I achieve that from that. Okay, I'm going to pick a polyline to sketch up what I want to. I think it's going to be starting, like I said, on the apex here. I'm going to have let's say 256 by 256, something like this. And then I'll place it there. It won't be visible. I'm going to extrude this by 300. Set the material to steel. I think steel structural. Yes. Go to the plane view. I'm looking for it. Yes, this. There we go. And then it's going to be positioned right here. So I'm not detailing this, but with the provision of when the project is now going to site, that's where we can even think of doing this. Where is it? Should be up a bit. Yeah, something like that. But this should be a big thing instead of just this. We can control shift, control K to try to increase the size a bit. 400 is fine. Like so. Let's see. And it has to be centered. But this is perfect doing it on the plan, with the plan view, but I'm just taking a risk. So yeah, I don't know why on the elevation is still not appearing. Got no idea. Let's check the elevation extents. No wonder the horizontal range for this is not. Let's increase it to there so that it can cater for that as well. There we go. So now I can maybe move this up a bit to there. Then I'm going to right click and drag multiple copies. From here I have another one here, and I have another one there. Let's keep 2. Let's keep 2 again, 2 there. I think should be enough now. We can put, but I don't think this one would work. Then control, let's group them. I cannot group on elevation. So check on 3D. Yeah, I think it's fine. Let me select these 2. And try to have a group. Go here. What we have, we need to have this on both sides. So we have it there. And then mirror. And then mirror, let's see on 3D. Yeah. And then we can start our magic. Let's start our magic. Yeah, we are having the connection of the cables on this side, so I need to have all these elements that are connecting. So let me see on the elevation the possibilities. So if I take it from here, okay, that's the idea. Okay, that means I need to sketch off this, or I just have something like this, maybe push it back like so, maybe chamfer the corners by 50. It's too small, by 150. Same applies to this side, and then this will be rotated to this level, maybe positioned somewhere here, but let's rotate it. And then move it somewhere there. I can also shorten this side. You know, the aesthetic bar issue got nothing to do with the functionality, but I've used a line instead of this. So on 3D Who is the guy? Here's the guy. I'm going to extrude it by maybe 300. Yeah, and then on the edge of plane to move it there. Like that. Yes. And then I can still use a move to draw lines. So I'll use this and pick it right on this point and try to connect it here. And then another one, this will be just guidelines, not maybe I can have another item like this somewhere here. Let's see. And then have another one. How many are they? They are 2, 4, 6. So let's go back here and then make sure this one I can delete. I'll make a copy, place it here, another one, place it there, pick another one, place it there. That's supposed to be 6. I'll place it there. Let's do it for the last one. And then I'll move them back. Same applies to this one. Let's do the same. Yeah. And then this one you can get rid of it because it's on the tip of our element. So let's move this one to here and this one there. Now this is a polyline. I'll get rid of it and make sure it's a move line. So yeah. And then let's also do another one here. To there. Like I said, these are just guidelines and I'll replace them with some 3D because when you render this, I don't think it will come out. So let's do this. Start another one. It's just the guideline for I'm going to use a column to achieve this. And put it there. This one is too close, so it won't affect this. Yeah. I think I might adjust because there has to be aesthetically arranged. So let's say this suspend groups. This I'll move it to here. Oh, what am I deleting? I'm deleting the other one. let's move them all there so that the line comes here. What about this one? I think we can move it somewhere here. Let's see. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I think this one can go a little bit up to somewhere here. Even this partner. I think it's better. Not accurate, not perfect, but it's better. So I can just leave it here for now. So even if you check it on a 3D, that's how it is here. So yeah, I'll mirror copy, let me group these guys and then send them to the other column. Control G, let's mirror them there. There we go. Like I said, I'm going to use not a column, a beam to achieve this. So I'll say beam and then open its settings. What I want to edit is the segment and change it to a circle. Make this structural steel, or do not overwrite, then change the material to steel or structural steel or something like this. And then the diameter will be maybe, let's say 300. Yeah. But before we change, we need to make it, I think it doesn't matter. So I'm going to pick this point because it's a beam, sorry, a column. It can follow the path that we assign. I don't know why the reference line is outside. It has to be in the center. What happened? Floor plan section. I always hide reference axis. So bend in. Alright. Let's see how it will be. So it can follow the path that we just created to here, as you can see. I don't know the reference. I don't know why the reference is on the outside. So I can move this to there. I think the best way is to create a profile instead of, because with a profile I can control the reference line. Maybe let's change the diameter to 150. I think I need to use a profile instead of this. So I would say profile, let's create a new profile. Go to options menu, complex profile, profile manager. We can still capture the profile that we are having here. So sorry, let's say options, Why is not capturing the profile? Options, complex profile. Okay, you know what? I'm just creating a profile. Create. I'll say tension cables. And then just float them there. And hit edit. I've duplicated that. Let's just get rid of everything. And then we're going to draw a circle of 75. So we're going to fill in the circle with steel material, structural steel. There we go. So I'm going to save it with the beam, something like this. By having the reference point on the center, it will be easy for me to control this. So if you apply to this guy, and by using a reference point, I can move this guy back, sorry, pick in the center, then move him back here. Yeah, nice and easy. I think we need to fix him here as well, because this point has to be there. Simple, but I need to bring him back. Let's bring him back. Yeah, something like this. I can get rid of this move line. Yeah, now I have control. Pick parameters of this to start right on the point on the surface of that, and then go all the way to this point. Let's drag him down a bit like so, then get rid of the move line. Okay, this is fine, I can close. We move on to the next. Pick this point. And then make sure it's straight on the surface of this element. Now we can override the height to be here. Let's move on to another one. Then place it here. Let's drag the point down like this, and then I can get rid of the, yes, same applies to here. We're left with one. Let's do it again. One at the surface, and then move the height. Yeah, let's get rid of this move line. Delete. Okay, from here I can, let me group all these guys so that I can mirror everything to the other side. Hit on group, should I add another one there? Let me go for it. I don't know why I'm a bit lazy, but for this one, let me just move this to here. How come in Adi? Should be okay. I need to get rid of one. Oh, sorry. Not you, not you. This guy. Perfect. Drag this guy to there. And then make a copy to here. Then move this a bit there. So let's do it. Pick the parameters of the beam and then try it. Nice. Let's adjust the height to there. Yeah, I mean, you can get this right by having this equally aligned. By having this equally aligned, I think it will make a whole lot of difference. Right? But for the sake of this, let me just leave it here. It's just conceptual. So let me group all these guys. Okay, except you guys. Yeah. Control G. If you go to the plane view, we can, let's get rid of this one and then mirror a copy. Somewhere there. Check on 3D. Nice.